Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, gonna show you guys why the regular flamer can beat the Holy Fire when it comes to DPS. You can see I'm absolutely destroying the Guardian with it here. Let's get into it. Okay, so just to show you the Holy Fire and a regular Flamer, or the Napalmer here that I have, just going to show you they are the exact same legendary effects and whatnot. There are some differences though. You can see that the regular Flamer is doing 219 damage and the Holy Fire is only doing 154 damage, even though it has the cursed effect on it. Now, this is because of one reason, basically, and that is the Vaporization Nozzle, which you can only put on a regular flamer. You cannot put this on the Holy Fire, just like you cannot put skins on it. It's just one of the things that I think holds back the Holy Fire. I would love to see it with the Vaporization Nozzle on it, but honestly, it's not the greatest thing either. As I want to show here, the range with it is horrible. I'm not going to argue that it's probably not the go-to attachment to have on the flamer anyway, even if you are using the Holy Fire, but it just would be cool to see how much damage we could get with the Holy Fire if we were using the Vaporization Nozzle. Again, you can see the range isn't like... It's actually horrible, I think. But that doesn't mean that you can't use it. Like, of course I wouldn't go around trying to fight Scorch Beast and, you know, jumping up in the air and trying to land that shot with it. But as you can see, if you can get close enough to an enemy, you can do a lot of damage with the Vaporization Nozzle. You can see me just destroying a Mirelurk Queen here. This is not the Holy Fire. I was actually pretty impressed to see it doing this much damage. And the Guardian as well. This is a regular Holy Fire. I wouldn't say regular, but this is the Holy Fire. And you can see it has no problem taking out the Guardian. I'm not on a team here. I don't have any buffs going. It can do a little bit more damage than this. But I'm going to show you with the regular Flamer and the Vaporization Nozzle, I'm doing a lot more damage under the same circumstances here. The only thing is that range. You need to move a little bit forward on the pipe that we sit on in order to be able to hit the Guardian, which I will explain in a little bit. But just look at the damage that this is doing. I thought it was absolutely insane. Thought I would make a build here for you guys as well. I did not include a beginner build with this, as there is better ways to solo the Guardian if you are a beginner. I will link a video down in the description that will help you get through this if you are a beginner player, and then maybe you can move on to this build if you get bored of soloing the Guardian, if you've done it 100 times with that build already. This build works quite good, but like I said, you can pretty much use this beginner build, again, that I will link in the description, without even having legendary perk cards. So if you're a beginner, definitely check out the description. And onto the serums that I'm using, guys. It's just the regular ones that I've been using here for a while now. Adrenal, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes. I have Egghead on, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Scaly Skin, and Speed Demon. Now, I would recommend a power armor if you are soloing the Guardian. You don't necessarily need to have a power armor if you're running around with this build or anything like that. But just for soloing the Guardian, highly recommend something like this. You can definitely do better than the Excavator, but the big point here is the Troubleshooters and the Reflective mods, if you can get your hands on them. Again, I will link a video in the description that will help you solo the Guardian if you're a beginner player. Now, if you want to get your hands on a flamer, say you don't know the plan and you just want to give it a try here, you can come over here to Quarry ×3. Just keep in mind on the left here, there are Mirelurk spawns, including a Mirelurk Queen may pop up, so just keep that in mind when you're coming over here, but you can pretty much just sneak right over here to where I'm showing and get your hands on a short flamer. It should be whatever level you are, so if you're over level 50, my point is it should be a level 50, but it never hurts to check. Now, if you want to know the plan for this, maybe you want to scrap a bunch of these to learn the mods for the weapon, I would just recommend having the plan for the weapon that you do try to use. It's just the better way to go. You can come over to the White Springs Mall over here, talk to the Free States vendor, and they will have the plan for the flamer here as I'm showing. And I just want to say again, it would be so nice if we could add these skins to the Holy Fire. Just be able to put these on the Holy Fire. It's just another reason to go try the regular Flamer, guys. It definitely is pretty decent compared to the Holy Fire, even without the Vaporization Nozzle. I wanted to point out, if you do plan on using this build, the one that I showed earlier, I did make it so you could run around a little bit. You're not going to do a lot of crit damage or anything like that. It will be able to solo the Guardian, but definitely go around and try it as well, but maybe not have the Vaporization Nozzle on. I definitely suggest you try both ways, but I'm sure you're going to like the range without the Vaporization Nozzle, and as you can see, it does more than enough damage. Now, on to soloing the Guardian if you're going to have the Vaporization Nozzle on. I would highly recommend it. You can hop on the pipe here as I've been showing in my videos previous. Again, I will link a video in the description if you are a beginner player that will help you get through the solo, and then maybe you can work your way up to doing this. But yes, we're going to get on this pipe here. You can see you cannot hit the Guardian unless you move a little bit forward, so just keep that in mind. When the shield goes down, you're probably going to have to move forward. Now, basically, we're going to use Bullet Shield here, which is a perk under Endurance to help us get through this, and Reflective Mods on our armor if we can get them, to basically just, you know, let the Guardian destroy its own shield. And just make sure you're firing the weapon every once in a while. Make sure you're using stim packs and hammering that button. Just keep an eye on your health. And when the shield is down, you may have to move a little bit forward as I was showing, and then boom. Simple as that. Another cool way to absolutely destroy the Guardian. I took out the Guardian at least 10 times today doing this, and I just found it a lot of fun to be able to switch it up, especially if you're using some buffs. I'm not using buffs in this video, so I would like to recommend a couple here. Psycho buff is like a go-to for me. I'm always popping this. It's just a nice, easy chem to get your hands on. Black-Eyed Susan Soothin' I would recommend if you can get your hands on it. It is a little harder, and definitely Big Guns Bobblehead will work with this weapon as well. Also, if you didn't know, the Pyrotechnician perk card does buff the damage of this weapon based on your intelligence. So the higher your intelligence, the better. Just throwing that out there. If your Holy Fire is not doing a lot of damage, you might not have this on. And last but not least, Super Stim Packs, which you can prioritize in your settings if you're soloing the Guardian. I do really recommend it. Now, I just want to say, I'm not saying the Holy Fire is worse than the regular Flamer. It just depends how you're using it. But overall, I would probably still give the nod to the Holy Fire. It's an absolute awesome weapon, but this Flamer is definitely a fun go, especially if you can't get your hands on the Holy Fire right away. So kind of my motivation for making this video. Just wanted to make it clear the Holy Fire is definitely still my pick for the better overall weapon. I thought this was just really cool and just another cool way to solo the Guardian. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, of course, and yeah, let me know if this is the way you're going to be soloing the Guardian, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a pleasant evening.